Hello, crispy friends. Welcome to another edition of the Crisp Monthly. This is our February edition. I think I say this every single month, but my gosh, how quickly is time going? I can't believe it's February already. Now, if you haven't received this email before, welcome. So happy to have you here. My name is Abby Gatling. I'm the founder of Crisp Communications, and this is our monthly email that we send out to keep you up to date with all the marketing news and tips and some tricks that you can apply in your marketing to help in your business to help level up your marketing. So let's jump into it, shall we? Let's start off with a little bit of marketing news, a bit of social media, and then something about WordPress. So let's talk about socials. Threads. Now, Threads came out and it is kind of the alternative to X, formerly Twitter. It's a text-based social media platform. Now, whenever new platforms come out, people are always asking, should I be on there? Should my business be on there? Is it worth it? Is it worth having another platform that I have to keep up to date? Now, Threads had this really quick rise when it was first launched because, there was a lot of anti-X sentiment going around. It was a new shiny thing, but then we haven't actually seen a huge amount of activity on there. And people are just kind of going, oh gosh, like another platform. Do I really need to be on there? But actually, if you are trying to make the decision whether to jump from X to Threads or whether you are trying to choose between the two and you just want to put your resources into one of them, I would say Threads. Because recently it said that they've released some data that is actually showing that the engagement rate on Threads is almost double that of X. And with everything that's happening in the US right now and politics, I just don't think that X is going to be super popular for the next little while. So if you're trying to choose between the two, our vote is with Threads. Okay, now let's talk about TikTok. We talk about TikTok a fair bit because there's been all this drama about is it banned, is it not banned, what is the future of it, what does that look like, and it's been making people really, really scared about the platform and whether to continue investing in it. Well, it was banned briefly in the US. It's now back on board. And that whole thing was around security of data, specifically user data being held in China and potential access from the Chinese government to this, sensitive data. There's been an update to that apparently something has come out where they've released some type of new way of storing this data that's going to protect the US users and their data. I'm not sure whether this is actually going to save the platform or not. But an interesting update, and I'll keep you posted on this one. And just for context, the reason why we are talking about the US user base and TikTok is that it's such a huge part of the platform. So there are so many users based in the US that if the platform is compromised in the US and is not allowed to run in the US and they lose those millions and millions of users, then that really puts the entire platform into kind of dire straits, right? Because they will lose so much money from losing that huge market share that it really does put the future of the platform at risk. And so if the US pulls out of TikTok, then it will definitely have consequences for us here in Australia, even though we aren't subject to the same bans or potential bans. So anyway, I'll keep you posted if there's any further updates. But for now, business as usual, just keep going with your TikToking if it is working for you. And also want to talk about Facebook because everyone also asks me, should I be on Facebook? It's just for the oldies. Isn't it declining? And no one's on Facebook anymore. But actually, it seems to be going strong. And the social media rankings for Australia for last month have actually shown that Facebook is topping the charts. It has beat out both YouTube and also WhatsApp, which I'm not sure why they're considering that to be a social media platform, but very interesting. So if you are thinking about Facebook or you're thinking about ditching Facebook, maybe just hold off for now. It seems to be doing all right. And you can have the same content across multiple different platforms. So probably just keep it if you've already got it. Now, another thing that I like to update people about in the Crisp Monthly is the inquiries that we're getting here at Crisp. We seem to find that these inquiries kind of go through trends from current clients and also new clients. And it's just kind of an interesting thing. And I think it's based on, the time of the year, the seasons, people's workloads, but it generally follows the same kind of pattern. And, thinking about this time of the year, everyone is pretty much back at work. Everyone's busier than ever. They're also feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to plan the year. And potentially they would have had a slow end of 2024, anything that was non-essential push into the new year when they're feeling a bit fresher. And now's that time. People are busy, busier than ever. And so it's not surprising that we have received a number of inquiries all about how to save time, save effort, to make your marketing work for you without compromising the quality of it. So we have spoken a little bit about this in the past, and there's a bunch of ways to do this. But, we've spoken about like templating, we talk about processes, we talk about leveraging your efforts, so creating once and using multiple times, all fantastic ways to get best bang for buck when it comes to your marketing. But have you considered automations? Automations. So we use automations for all of our clients. We use them in a number of different ways, but most commonly we use them for email automations. So by automating key parts of your process, then you can streamline your work, you can create consistency, and you can deliver a really nice, constant level and great experience for your clients. And most importantly, with the automations, you can actually free up your time to do other things. So now, if you're not already using automations in your business, then now's the time to give it a crack. I have written a couple of articles about what are automations, how we see them being used in our clients' businesses, how we implement them in our clients' businesses, and a few common automations that you can actually just take our process and implement in your own business. Now, of course, if you need any help with that, we are always here and very glad to help. All right, so that is it for the February edition of Crisp Monthly. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, take care.